Righto. Hey guys, you know this bloke because you follow him on his own channel, Pro Touring and TV. Anyway, he's helped me out massively. We're down here at Norweld in Melbourne. We've just fitted our brand new Canopy, which Caleb wired out with one of his Inner Drive Deluxe packages. So
it's come on bloody nice.
He's going to show you through and do a build walkthrough. Let's go.
So this is obviously one of the new Norweld packages, 2019 release. So it's there's a few new features in here as well. But I'll just give you a quick run through on the electrical side of things. It's all running the standard Inner Drive gear in all the Norweld packages that we've been putting out. A lot of you've probably seen a few of them. We're running the 2000 watt Inner Drive inverter. It's an AC transfer with a built-in RCD. That's an important feature with all your big inverters. It is a safety switch. A lot of the other inverters don't actually include one, so bonus there. If you cut cable or you're overloading or anything, it will trip out, so it's quite cool. 200 amp BT-50 lithium.
How good is it hidden down there, eh?
That's a new feature in the 2019 model for the range of BTs, Hiluxes, package 3 canopies. Is it is recessed in behind the fridge, so under the top plate on the other side, in behind the drawer, it's hidden out of the way, you can't get damaged. It's easy to get all your cables to as well, and it looks sick too. It's a perfect match for this 2000 watt inverter because it can actually deliver 200 amps continuous, which when you're ramping them up, they suck around 200 amps. Or if it's a microwave or a coffee machine, you'll be drawing about 150 amps off the thing. So that's completely capable of delivering that amount of current. Anyway, over here we've got our standard sort of circuit breaker layout. We sort of like to be able to isolate our input charge from the DC, solar input, and lastly an accessories circuit breaker. So that one circuit breaker there can isolate the whole canopy. Literally, if you've got a drum with something, flick that circuit breaker and everything's isolated. Self-explanatory, we've got a fuse block here, everything's you've got your lights, your cigarette, USB on the passenger side, you've got the same on the driver's side. So it's easy for them to figure out if something pops or they've overloaded something, it's all right there, they can see it. The Inner Drive ePro Plus monitor.
That thing is wicked, hey?
It's very cool.
Yeah.
You've got the percentage, you've got your amps, you can see how much you're discharging, if you're
how much
using too much, how much
solar's
coming in. If you're using too much your lights at night, you can dim them down, you know, all that sort of fancy stuff. But
it's brilliant, easy. You just check
cool.
it out. 81% that is now.
Yep.
Like, you just know, mate. It's so good.
See your voltage, time till empty. There, yeah, it's drawing 3 amps now, running the fridge. So 81%. There's a little light switch there. It turns on the core lights. They're colour changing. A bit of the mood lighting for Justin and Beck out. Anyway, come around this side. So gone with a single tyre holder on the back and a dairy on the passenger side. You can easily now climb straight up on the roof, tie down all your swags and whatever, chairs, all that sort of jazz. And the one's actually quite cool. We haven't fitted up too many of these yet, but this is the new Heyman Reese X bar. It's basically improved his departure angle by maybe 200 mil. I think the other one was hanging around about down here somewhere.
6 to 8 inches lower, mate.
Yeah. We've got 3 massive recovery points. It's 8 ton pulling off that center recovery point. It's insane. It's combined on the 2 sides. It's 8 ton as well. So it comes with this awesome new drop hitch as well. Spots for all the your trailer harnesses and plugs and stuff. Everything's all pre-drilled and ready to go. It's a very cool bit of gear. We're also putting there's a yet to be installed yet, a big airbag man compressor system and an air tank. It's going in underneath the tray. So that'll take over powering the airbags as well. And it's on a remote little switch with a, what is it? It's got a little the
key
pressure
fob
switch.
up and
key
down,
fob. Key fob and a pressure switch on it, so it'll take care of the airbags. And on the driver's side, this is a new feature. The overhead shelf, it's actually up in there, so they've got some uni-strut up in the roof now which you can slide and move around different little additions. We've got our 40 amp AC charger, so powered sites or shore power, which Justin and Beck tend to be stopping in it a lot. You can just pull this plug out, which you probably won't need all that often. It's a big battery and it's powering the one fridge, so they shouldn't have to use it very often, but it is there.
The amount of Ks we drive, that DC to DC will is more than enough, mate, eh?
Yeah.
Unless we pull up for a week or two somewhere,
Yeah.
Yeah, then we can
Well,
plug that in.
it's set to 40 amps. It'll basically takes over the whole system, charges the battery at the same time, so it's a good thing. And this one here, this is the main unit, DC charger. It has solar input as well. It can crank up to 50 amps. It's a 40 amp plus. It's a new model. When they're going along, it'll bulk the lithium up to 14.5 volts or whatever we set it to, and then floats it around 13.5. So it's a really cool unit. It's sort of set and forget. You can configure it if you want to, but there's no point. Once it's set up correctly, you don't have to touch it. A couple other outlets here. A spare one. Oh, this is an inlet with solar, so that you can throw out a blanket out on the floor, or another fold out one, or a hard mount one on the roof. You can plug it in there. And a couple more outlets. A USB and SIG plug here. Justin's going to set up a pretty cool charge station in here for all the drones and cameras
stuff,
and bits and pieces.
Laptops, cameras, phones, GoPros, all this stuff.
It's all going to be right here in a neat little
Epic.
charging bay looking thing. So yeah, here's the, you can see there's the clips. You can see there's the big lithium down under there. So out of the way, not going to get damaged. Yeah, guys, how cool does it look?
How good is it?
Unreal. I'm
Seriously?
frothing.
Oh man, he's frothing. All right, we've been on the road 3 years, and I've been travelling with a tub and a Canopy fiberglass one, and it's been
Game changer.
It's been so hard, mate. And this thing, I've been looking around in the workshop. I keep thinking I've left gear in there because I've got so much space left. So
The drawers are still empty.
the drawers are still empty. I've got heaps of room. I've got heaps of power, and it's all done schmicko. But look at this wiring, like far out. Hey, it's just insane, mate. Everything's so neat, so functional.
Yep.
Good job, mate.
No
Hey,
worries. No,
appreciate it.
we're on the Goldie. We sort of do jobs for customers all over Australia. We don't really have many local customers actually. They're mostly interstate. We get cars coming from everywhere. For instance, like this whole build was sort of organised from all around Australia, and it's come together. We're in Melbourne now, obviously doing the final fit out handover, but yeah, for those of you who think you can only do it locally, you're wrong. We sort of do work all over the place, so it's quite cool. Anyway, yeah, hit us up, Facebook, Instagram. We've got a web page. You probably have all seen it before.
Get on there. Heaps
Sweet.
of good info, heaps of good builds.
Yep.
Hey, get in touch
Cool.
with this man. Unreal.
Cheers, guys.